back, everybody. We're closely following the Atlanta trial of rapper Young Thug and his alleged gang Young Slime Life, also known as YSL. Jury selection is off to a very slow start as illegal contraband continues to be smuggled to the defendants. 14 members of YSL are being tried together with racketeering, murder, and other gang-related charges on the line for each of them. 28 YSL members were initially indicted, with 8 members taking plea deals and 6 members having their cases severed. Jury selection started earlier this month and was slated to last 5 to 6 weeks, but that timeline might be even longer now as the court addressed 3 contraband incidents in 3 days. You see, someone smuggled marijuana to one co-defendant in a pair of shoes. Another co-defendant's mother was arrested for trying to sneak tobacco products and rolling papers in with a bag of clothes. And most recently, a different incident caused jury selection to halt for the entire day on Wednesday. Check out what the judge had to say when he addressed the court all about it.
We've had yet another instance of alleged contraband being introduced to our space, and as a result of that and a subsequent investigation, one of our inmates unfortunately had to go to Grady Hospital. The other thing I would just invite counsel to talk with their clients about, I know I've mentioned this 3 times now, what is considered to be acceptable behavior. This is the 3rd time that we've had contraband introduced into this in this space. The court's concern is that this may pose issues to them remaining and being present in this space.
Brian, how serious is this, sneaking items to inmates?
Unfortunately, it happens a little bit more than it should, but specifically in Georgia, it's a felony. I mean, you could do 1 to 5 years in jail. Now, when you look at the statute, it mainly talks about drugs or guns. I'm not sure who's sneaking guns into jails, but also what I've seen a lot is cell phones. You don't get a lot of cell phone time in jails or prison. People want to be able to communicate with their loved ones. But there's also this catch-all that any contraband that the warden or superintendent does not allow for an incarcerated person or someone waiting a sentencing, they cannot have. And so these people, boy, they might not do the full 5 years. They're looking at some serious jail time for trying to sneak in such contraband.
But Terry, it's delaying it, right? There's just been so many delays in this trial. We haven't even gotten to the substance of what this all is about. How long do you think it's going to actually take to try the case?
Oh, I think it's going to take quite a while. They estimated it was going to be 6 to 9 months. It's had such a slow start. It's going to be 9 to 12, if not more. They started out with 56 pages in this count as far as the, indictment was concerned, and they had multiple 27 defendants. And as you mentioned, some of them have pled out, some of them have had their cases separated. And so I think it's going to be a very long trial. And don't forget, it's a RICO charge. That's not an easy charge for the prosecution to prevail. They have to show that there's an enterprise and that there was investments in that enterprise and that it was maintained. And with all of these defendants, you're going to have multiple witnesses to show that each and every one was contributing to that enterprise. So I don't think that they're going to even finish picking a jury as far as this is concerned for weeks and weeks. And, the opening statements, just imagine each and every defendant having their own individual attorney is going to do an opening statement because they're going to have different interests. So I definitely think it's going to take quite some time, and you may lose jurors.
I was going to say that. Good luck to the jury being able to stay on such a long trial. Brian, Terry, thanks so much. Everyone out there, thanks for joining us here on Law and Crime Daily. We'll see you next time as we discuss justice in America.